Aloha, I'm Jen Pagala Barnett, she, her, hers, and I'm the chair of the 2021 NASPA Western Regional Conference. I want to thank Ramin and the incredible 2020 Planning Committee for the truly outstanding virtual Western Regional Conference that we participated in over the last couple of days. Thank you for creating space where, despite the geographical distance between us, we were still able to come together and build community. Today, I'm coming to you from the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I want to recognize that I'm on occupied land in the U.S. occupied Kingdom of Hawaii. On behalf of the 2021 Planning Committee, I'm very honored and excited to announce that the 2021 Western Regional Conference will be held in San Francisco, California, on Ohlone, Ramaitush, and Muwekma Ohlone land. On November of 2021, we will be exploring the theme, Courageous and Resilient Leadership. Together we rise. We are experiencing a time like no other in our communities and on our campuses, where student affairs professionals at every level have been confronted with enormous challenges never imagined before, and we have responded with courage and with resiliency, oftentimes abruptly and with urgency. Our professional, social, political, and personal worlds have collided with, and higher education, as we know it, has been changed forever. We will have so many critical conversations to share. Many of us could have never imagined what has happened over the last year, and it has really forced us to re-examine our purpose. My own purpose and connection to San Francisco began with my family's immigration story. In 1977, my mother left Quezon City, Philippines, and moved to San Francisco by herself to get ahead on starting a new life for us. I was 5 years old when a year later I traveled with my two older brothers and my grandmother to follow her. And in another year, my father was able to join us. In 1979, my parents were able to purchase their first home further up north in Vallejo, California, where I grew up. And they commuted to the city daily for work. My dad and my eldest brother drove carpool vans to help with commute costs, and eventually my dad was able to start his own maintenance business, cleaning offices during the weekends on top of his regular full-time job. My grandmother cooked and cared and nurtured us and supported my parents in all the ways that I appreciate so much more now as a parent myself. My parents were around 40 years old when they decided to uproot their entire family and leave everything they knew to move to this country. Nothing was certain, but it was every possibility of what we could be that made it worth the risk for them. And I remain grateful that San Francisco embraced my immigrant family, and I stand proud that I was raised in the rough yet diverse and loving environment of Vallejo. So during these difficult months, when we all have really had to dig deep to remember our purpose, I pull from the courage and resilience in my family's journey. And I always remember and hear my mentors saying to me, Jen, remember your why and allow it to inform your work and your leadership. My hope is that we are re-inspired and hopeful for a better future again in our spaces together in San Francisco. And finally, after a year of countless event cancellations, we are so optimistic that we will have the opportunity to gather in person, to learn from each other, to celebrate in our work, and to be in community again, and to heal and to reaffirm each other. Right now, our work is greater and even more important. Let us come together to forge a better future for our profession and for our students. Western Regional Conference 2021 will provide us opportunities to reflect, to recenter, to share our stories of courage and resilience, and rediscover our purpose. Together, we will rise. NASPA family, I'll see you in San Francisco in 2021. And now I want to introduce you to the 2021 Western Regional Conference Planning Committee.